Doomsday falls, and zombies invade. In a blink of an eye, the population of the Earth has plummeted. The complete collapse of human social order, food, resources in the apocalypse. There are tragedies happening every day due to resources. Gujin travels to the end of the world, facing zombies and surviving humans with malicious intentions. Fortunately, he has unlimited supplies. What? Soil desertification. What about unlimited food? What? Zombie invasion. May I ask if you want this AK-47 or would you like to experience the battle robot's vegetable abuse? One day, a group of survivors discovered that in the apocalypse, there was actually a little girl holding a watermelon and gnawing it wildly. Gu Yuyu. With your brother around, Yuyu is the happiest person. Keywords of the novel. Global cataclysm. I have an unlimited supply system without pop-ups. Global cataclysm. I have an unlimited supply system. Download the complete TXT collection. Global cataclysm. I have an unlimited supply system. Latest chapters to read. Chapter 1. Crossing the End of the World. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 1. Crossing the End of the World. Shu. Gu Jin tightly hugged Gu Yuyu in his arms, gesturing for her not to make any noise. Today is the 19th day of the apocalypse, and they are hiding in the largest supermarket in T-City, Jialejuo Supermarket, but the shelves have long been looted. Occasionally, the sound of zombies walking around in disorder can be heard. Are there any other living people in this world? Gu Jin's mind was in a state of confusion as he recalled what had happened in the past few days. He is an ordinary student. Just as he was about to go home from vacation, he woke up from a nap and realized that the world had changed. He has traveled. The time he traveled was 3 years ago when Gu Jin's parents passed away in a car accident, leaving only him and his sister, Gu Yuyu. The original owner couldn't bear such a big blow, his consciousness dissipated, and when he woke up again, Gu Jin came through. In these 3 years, he has long been accustomed to relying on Gu Yuyu for survival. Even in the end, he must take good care of her. At the end of the day, first ensure survival. The prerequisite for survival is food. When Gu Jin knew that the end of the world was coming, he immediately decided to set off and search for a shelter. Unfortunately, on the first day of the apocalypse, Gu Yuyu had a high fever that persisted. Fortunately, Gu Jin had already looted the downstairs convenience store and nearby convenience stores in advance. Unfortunately, the backpack had limited capacity, so he packed it 3 or 4 times. The nearby zombies were attracted by the noise and gathered dozens of people at once. He couldn't have been foolish enough to go to the small shop again. The food he searched for can only be consumed in moderation for a maximum of 20 days. Moreover, he not only needs to maintain his physical strength, but also takes care of Gu Yuyu, who has a high fever that never subsides. Fortunately, Gu Yuyu finally woke up this morning. When he heard Gu Yuyu calling him brother in his milk, Gu Jin felt that the more than 10 days of hard work were worth it. Setting off to search for food became their top priority. That's also why Gu Jin chose to go to the supermarket. Who knows? On the 20th day of the apocalypse, even the largest supermarket in T-City, Jialejuo Supermarket, was looted completely. He went to great lengths to come here, not even a packet of broken cookies. Brother. Gu Yuyu tugged at his sleeve. Shoo, Yuyu, keep your voice down. Gu Jin quickly interrupted Gu Yuyu. Gu Yuyu's small face carved with jade was very aggrieved and said, "No, brother. Look at the shelf over there, there are a few strange uncles who keep looking at us." Upon hearing these words, Gu Jin realized that there were several people holding binoculars looking at them on the toy shelf, separated by several layers of shelves. There are other living people in the supermarket. Gu Jin was not surprised, but instead became cautious. In the apocalypse, people's hearts are not ancient. Most people may not have died at the hands of zombies, but rather at the hands of humans. Sure enough, the few people over there laughed and they saw Gu Jin notice them, and their smiles seemed malicious. The next moment, a plush toy with its built-in sound system was thrown over, unbiased, and right at his feet. Twinkle, 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 twinkle. The children inside the toys sang loudly, attracting the nearest zombies. Gu Yuyu's face turned pale upon seeing this scene and said, "Brother, what should I do?" "It's okay, brother will protect you." Gu Jin tightly hugged Gu Yuyu. Although he said these words, he had no confidence in himself. He has been frugal these days, and his physical recovery is not good. He only has a small kitchen knife coming from the kitchen to defend himself. After killing a zombie to the death, more zombies rushed towards them. Gu Jin placed Gu Yuyu in a dead corner behind him, watching the decaying claws of the zombie getting closer and closer to him. He weakly took out a kitchen knife to resist and closed his eyes. Is the meaning of his time traveling here to die? What about the system? Where is the golden finger? Why doesn't he have any of these walkthroughs? At this moment, a warning sound suddenly sounded in his mind. Ding, successfully killing zombies by host detected. Meet system activation criteria. Do you want to bind the system? Bind. Bind. Gu Jin didn't have time to think carefully and immediately said. Unlimited material system resources downloading. The host will have 20 minutes of novice protection time. Once in combat mode, the protection time will automatically disappear. Download progress. 1%. 30%. 80%. 100%. The system download speed is not fast. But the remaining 10 or so zombies seem to lose their target at once, their bewildered eyes and bloody noses sniffing, while Gu Jin in front of them turned a blind eye. This is probably the benefit of protecting time for beginners. Gu Jin quickly turned off the sound of the plush toy, and the zombies ran around in confusion, becoming restless after losing their target. Download completed, please select the address to bind. Please note. Once the address is bound, it cannot be modified. Gu Jin was confused. Address binding. Subconsciously, Gu Jin spoke up, bind Jialejuo supermarket. Ding. Binding successful. As the sound fell, a data panel immediately jumped out in front of Gu Jin. Unlimited material supermarket, Jialejuo supermarket, supermarket level. 1/100 experience value. 0-50 unlimited types of supplies available. Not selected, 0/5 points. 0 host. Gu Jin age. 19 years old. Physical strength. 7 strength. 6 agility. 5 IQ. 9 non-combat attributes cannot add points, charm. 7 non-combat attributes cannot be added, note. The attribute values for ordinary people are 5, Gu Jin was ecstatic in his heart. He thought today was his death day, but unexpectedly activated the infinite supplies supermarket. It's simply a desperate situation. In the supermarket, as his gaze moved, data began to appear on the shelves. Ordinary shelves shampoo. Inventory 3 facial cleanser. Inventory 6 toilet paper. Inventory 2 instant noodles. Inventory 0 bread. Inventory 0 yogurt. Inventory 0 biscuits. Inventory 0. Looking at the few stocks, Gu Jin was stunned. The system kindly prompted, after the apocalyptic outbreak, Jialejuo supermarket suffered from the plunder of survivors, with almost no food in stock and some daily necessities still in stock. Gu Jin's excited heart suddenly cooled down. There are still over 6 minutes left for beginner protection, and he cannot sneak away during these few minutes because once he moves his position, Gu Yuyu behind him will be exposed. He has beginner protection, but he doesn't have any advantages. At this moment, the system prompted the speaker. Successfully bound, reward host newbie big gift package. Do you want to claim it? Claim. Congratulations on obtaining AK.47. Congratulations on obtaining the muffler. Congratulations on earning 10,000 points. Congratulations on obtaining 10 free attributes. Congratulations on achieving excellent marksmanship. Congratulations on obtaining the steel fortress wall. Gu Jin was overjoyed. Sure enough, if you don't die in a great disaster, you will have good fortune. These are all tangible benefits, and he quickly added 10 points to the 3 items of stamina, strength, and agility. End of this chapter. Chapter 2. Infinite Supply System. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 2 Infinite Supply System. Immediately, Gu Jin's attribute panel became Physical Strength. 10 Strength. 10 Agility. 8 According to the average level of only 5 for an ordinary person, he is now so strong that he can fight 2 times. After using the reinforced fortress wall, Gu Jin felt that the overall wall of the supermarket was reinforced. What Gu Jin didn't know was that outside the supermarket, a steel fence several tens of meters high suddenly rose, cutting off dozens of zombies who wanted to enter. Moreover, the beginner gift package actually rewards AK.47. This is the king of guns. AK.47 has strong firepower, is easy to use, and reliable movements. Moreover, its magazine capacity is not low, with a full 30 rounds. 30 bullets are enough to deal with the zombies in front of you, but a whole supermarket cannot have only 30 zombies. The system seemed to sense his thoughts and, with only the last 3 minutes left for beginner protection, reminded him. The host successfully killed the zombie, increasing its level from 0 to 1, activating the system. Currently, there are 5 types of unlimited supplies available. Please choose the type of unlimited supplies you want to replenish. What is surprise and joy? That's it. As soon as the system finished speaking, a dense variety of supplies unfolded in front of Gu Jin, can infinitely replenish 5 types of supplies. After Gu Jin was ecstatic, he calmly thought and quickly made a good choice. Supplement instant noodles, purified water, bread, AK.47, 7.62mm bullet. He chose unlimited supplies while installing a silencer on his AK.47. After all, he didn't want to kill a few zombies and then the gunfire would attract more zombies to come over. It goes without saying that AK.47 and 7.62mm bullets are safer than guns in the apocalypse. At least some kitchen knives, pots, and lighters are left in the supermarket, but currently there is mainly a shortage of food. After selecting, he could feel that there were things to be placed on the 5 shelves closest to him. He was very cautious and did not choose to fill the shelves completely. Instead, he added a few bags of bread and water, as well as 100 rounds of 7.62mm bullets. Gu Jin's stomach was already rumbling, and he immediately drank a large bottle of pure water and ate 2 loaves of bread. The novice protection time has also entered the countdown. 3, 2, 1. The M1895, which had already filled its ammunition nest and installed a silencer, was loaded and with a few loud bangs, it shot and killed the zombies in front of it. He had never been exposed to a real gun before, but with his superb marksmanship, he was completely a zombie with each shot. Listening to the system prompt in my ear constantly saying, experience value +1, and, experience value +1, just one word, cool. What is the difference between systems, experience points, and integrals? What are their uses? Gu Jin even had time to ask the system curiously. At present, the unlimited material supermarket is at level 1. The supermarket level relies on experience points to upgrade. Killing monsters can earn experience points. In the supermarket, there are unlimited supplies available, and the number increases as the supermarket level increases. Synthetic materials in supermarkets require points. Upgrading supermarket facilities also relies on points. Points. The end of the day has arrived, and points are settled every day. Any behavior of the host will generate points. The host has fully understood the content of the system operation. Reward junior combat robots. Gu Jin chuckled lightly, and the last zombie in his sight was also successfully killed. Beside me, suddenly appeared a 2M high steel robot. Its metal skeleton and white metal joint sparkle with a unique metallic light, making it quite extraordinary at first glance. The explosive gun on his left arm and the small missile on his right arm excited Gu Jin. Gu Jin commanded the metal robot to pick up Gu Yuyu and said, "Yuyu, don't be afraid, it's already okay." Gu Yuyu's small head was in the arms of the metal robot, feeling very secure, making her laugh and say, "Brother, what is this?" "This is a gift from my brother to Yuyu. In the future, if you have it to take care of Yuyu, you don't have to be afraid of zombies." Wow! Today, Yuyu saw my brother fighting zombies. Isn't it the same as the CS that my brother used to play with me before? Gu Jin smiled and said, "Yes." With the protection of combat robots, fighting zombies has indeed become a game. "Can Yuyu also play?" Gu Yuyu sweetly coquettishly said. Gu Jin had this intention and nodded. "Of course, this will be our stronghold from now on. After my brother solves everything, I will come and practice and play with you." The robot silently hugged Gu Yuyu. Gu Jin took out bread and fed it to Gu Yuyu, his heart full of softness. "Yuyu, you don't have to go hungry anymore. Brother will always protect you." Gu Yuyu's dirty little face remained cute, and she smiled sweetly, "Okay." Gu Yuyu took out a chocolate from his arms and said, "Brother, this is something I've been hiding. I've been thinking that if brother doesn't find food, at least we still have chocolate to eat. It doesn't seem necessary now, so I'll give it to brother in advance." Gu Jin smiled and took the chocolate, which had already melted due to Gu Yuyu's body temperature. He didn't expect that while he was guarding his sister, she was also guarding him in her own way. Thinking of the material synthesis prompted by the system just now, Gu Jin still doesn't quite understand this concept. He still had chocolate and half of the bread on hand, and the system captured his consciousness. Do you want to combine chocolate and bread? Cost points. 3. Upon hearing the system prompt, Gu Jin thought about his remaining 10,000 points and nodded, yes. In the next moment, the chocolate and bread in hand disappear, replaced by chocolate bread wrapped in chocolate. So that's what it means. By using the existing materials in the supermarket, you can synthesize and obtain new materials. At present, he has unlimited supplies of water, bread, instant noodles, AK.47, and 7.62 mm bullets. In the future, he can synthesize more and more powerful weapons and resources through integration. Can the primary combat robots rewarded by the system be synthesized into higher level combat robots? If possible, how to synthesize it? He had already made plans, and saw the strength of the basic combat robots in his eyes. He planned to infinitely supplement the basic combat robots after reaching level 2. He had a strange idea in his mind that he wanted to realize, and Gu Jin was excited. He began to wander around the huge Jialeguo supermarket. Dirty and dilapidated, all the shelves are in a mess, either blood stains or disgusting slime from zombies, and even many flies are flying. This is the scene inside the supermarket that Gu Jin can see. It can be imagined that the world has become chaotic. He wants to use the supermarket as a base. First he needs to clean up the bugs inside the supermarket, whether it's malicious humans or zombies. End of this chapter. Chapter 3. Collapse of Order. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 3 Collapse of Order. The outside of the supermarket is already sturdy enough, and now he needs to clean up the inside of the supermarket. System, besides me and Yuyu, are there any other living people in this supermarket? The system answered quickly. Detection completed. There are 3 people hidden in Zone A on the first floor, no one in Zone B, and 1 person in Zone C. There are 4 people hidden in the cold snow area on the 2nd floor, no living people in other areas, 10 people hidden in the warehouse area on the 3rd floor, and no living people in other areas. There are so many people left in the huge supermarket, there are only 18 people left. How many zombies are there in the supermarket? Gu Jin asked again, adding, there's no need to divide the area. Just say how many zombies are left. The system paused for 1 second, indicating that it was calculating. Detection completed, there are a total of 502 zombies remaining in the supermarket. 18 people. 502 zombies. This terrifying proportion. His current location is on the 1st floor of the supermarket. Gu Jin asked, how many zombies are left on the 1st floor? System. There are still 214 zombies left on the 1st floor. Let's start with you. Gu Jin kept replenishing his bullets and moving forward under the bullets equipped with silencers. Gu Yuyu was held in the arms of a robot like a small carrot, with a face full of admiration and starry eyes. Brother, how amazing! In Gu Yuyu's eyes, his brother is like a heavenly god. He has transformed so powerful firearms and ammunition, as well as so powerful robots that have only been seen in movies. The robot can hold her while also assisting in scanning the zombie swarm with a clattering sound. Fortunately, the zombies killed by robots also have experience calculation. Listening to the constant prompts of experience points, Gu Jin was extremely happy. Zone B is where they are located. Apart from him and Gu Yuyu, the few people who just framed them seem to have escaped while they are in a panic. As he approached Area A, Gu Jin squinted his eyes. He saw the system prompt indicating that there were still 3 survivors from Zone A. However, the condition of these 3 survivors is clearly not very good, with waxen faces and cracked mouths. Seeing Gu Jin coming over, they suddenly became excited. Please. Help us. Do you have anything to eat? Give me something to eat, I promise you everything. At first glance, Gu Jin saw that there was a family of 3, of which the father was in the best condition, while their son remained silent and numb. There was no response when he saw Gu Jin. Gu Jin ignored and watched as his father tried to reach out and grab him. The combat robot next to Gu Jin stored up the energy of the explosive gun. The father seemed to be intimidated and even lowered his tone a lot. Big brother. You're so amazing, you even have this kind of robot. You must be from above, right? Do you have a lot to eat? Please be kind and give us some food. Mother also excitedly added, yeah. Didn't everyone say, serve the people? We are the people, give us some food quickly. This shameless behavior left Gu Jin dumbfounded. He didn't mind rescuing others in the apocalypse, but this situation seemed strange to him. Couples are not like husband and wife, and sons are not like sons. I am just an ordinary person and have no obligation to serve you. How come you're like this? You're so strong, what's wrong with giving us something to eat? It's really not possible. This woman, I'll sleep with you for a night, you just need to give us something to eat. The man was very unreasonable. My mother's face was wax yellow and her appearance was average. Not to mention the end of the world, even in daily life, Gu Jin couldn't look up to it. My mother didn't expect the man to say this, and her face stiffened. Then she accompanied her smile and said, yes, give us some food, let me do whatever I want. No. Gu Jin coldly declined. However, seeing the little boy's numb face, Gu Jin finally softened his heart. I can give you something to eat, ask a question, and if I can answer it, I can give each of you a bag of bread and a bottle of mineral water, and then leave the supermarket. Okay. You ask, I'll answer whatever you ask. Mother nodded eagerly. Do you know the group of people from Zone B before? They framed me and attracted the zombies. Who can tell where they are now or provide clues? After Gu Jin finished speaking, he stared at the three without blinking. Father's face looked a bit ugly and said, "This. We're so far away, how can we see clearly? I'm not telling the truth. What about you?" Gu Jin pointed to his mother. "Those few people. Sigh. We exchanged food before, and they said they would find a chance to escape, but they didn't expect to harm you. My mother is a smart person, but she still tells half the truth and half the lies." At this moment, to his surprise, the little boy spoke up, "Brother, I know where they are." The man quickly covered the little boy's mouth, and the woman's face changed greatly. Gu Jin aimed his gun at the man and gestured for the little boy to continue speaking. The man had a bad expression and let go of his hand. So the little boy hoarsely said, "There were 4 people in that group before. There were 3 men and 1 woman. The woman was my mother, the man was my brother, the man was my father, and the man was my uncle." Gu Jin didn't interrupt him, he could tell that the little boy was telling the truth. On the first day of the apocalypse, a group of people had already arrived to empty out the items in this supermarket. It is said that supplies were needed to establish a shelter. "Our family has just returned from our trip and hasn't returned home yet. We have to stay here because we are extremely hungry." At the beginning, everyone in the supermarket was hoarding food to comfort each other, and we will definitely be able to leave. A few days ago, they started eating human flesh. Then yesterday, the human flesh was also eaten, and everyone began to discuss what to eat. In the end, these 2 families decided to exchange each other's children so that it wouldn't be too uncomfortable to eat. In the calm tone of the little boy, Gu Jin could hear too much. Eat with ease. He didn't expect that within a month of the apocalypse, human nature would fall to this point. He treats Gu Yuyu like a pearl and a treasure, but he never expected some people to have their minds set on their own children. Can this still be considered human? He just needs to think about it. If it were his superior who encountered such a thing, he would be extremely angry, burning with anger. "Brother, I've finished speaking. I guess they'll go home first. There seems to be some rice and noodles left at home. Can you give me something to eat?" Gu Yuyu still couldn't understand a lot of things, but her tears were already streaming down her face. "Brother, how miserable he is. Give him something to eat." Gu Jin threw 2 bags of bread and 2 bottles of mineral water to the little boy, which was twice as much as he promised. No wonder that couple treated the little boy like this. It turns out they just treated him as a reserve food. Seeing the little boy receive food, the couple looked at him eagerly and said, "Little brother, where are we?" Even if the mask was taken off by the little boy in public, the couple did not feel any shame. End of this chapter. Chapter 4. The World of Man-Eating Man. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 4. The World of Man-Eating Man. Have you ever eaten human flesh before? Gu Jin remained silent for a while and asked. "No." This is the resolute words of the couple. "Yes." The little boy was very decisive. "The 2 of them used to be with me. My family was together until there was not enough meat left to eat." Which is true or false, Gu Jin can tell at a glance. Bang, bang. After being silenced, the couple's heads exploded with 2 extremely soft sounds. Gu Jin had no trace of guilt in his heart. Can someone who eats people still be considered human? However, when he killed these 2 people, he consciously had the robot cover Yuyu's eyes, and he didn't want Yuyu to see this scene. The little boy smiled and said, "Brother, are you going to seek revenge on my parents before I can take you over? It's not urgent yet." Gu Jin did not refuse. Cho, he will definitely retaliate. If it weren't for activating the system in an emergency, he and Yuyu would have been framed and killed by that group of people long ago. However, the most important thing now is to settle down the supermarket first. Otherwise, how can he rest assured that Yuyu will stay alone in the supermarket? Gu Jin's battle robots are leading the way, and the first floor area only has C area where Gu Jin has not yet explored, leaving 76 zombies. The little boy followed Gu Jin step by step, but Gu Jin didn't say anything. The system just prompted that there is only one person in Zone C, but there are 76 zombies. I don't know if the person who stays alone in Zone C can hold on until Gu Jin comes to save him. 3 people slowly moved towards Zone C. As soon as he approached Zone C, Gu Jin heard the excited sound of zombies. Ho, ho. In the air, there is a foul smell of drool from zombies. Gu Jin didn't even need to raise his hand and raise his gun, as the combat robots around him had already clattered with explosive guns. He noticed that there was an area with a lot of zombies, perhaps the unlucky ones in Zone C were there. He could hear the muffled sound of a knife piercing into the body of the zombie not far away, clearly indicating that the besieged person was still struggling. Unfortunately, his movements were too loud for the zombies to hear. Fortunately, I'm here today, otherwise this person might have died completely. The sound of explosive gun fire attracted some zombies. Gu Jin lifted the AK-47, and in a moment, under the robot's explosive gun and Gu Jin's exquisite marksmanship, a large area of zombies were annihilated. When there were only a few scattered zombies left, Gu Jin finally saw the appearance of the trapped people. Surprisingly, it turned out to be a beautiful woman holding a tang sword. The two exchanged a glance through the zombies. The beauty stabbed the tang knife in her hand into the brain of the nearest zombie, and Gu Jin also shot and killed the last 3 zombies with a bang. Full of tacit understanding. Thank you. The beautiful woman panted heavily, her whole body soaked in sweat, feeling disheveled. Even her pants were torn apart by zombies, revealing a pair of towering long legs. Gu Jin waved his hand and said, "It's a small matter. I just saved it by cleaning up the supermarket." He glanced at his experience point and only increased it by 70 points, which means that in that short while, this beautiful woman killed 6 zombies. This indicates that this beautiful woman is not just a vase, but can struggle and kill 6 zombies under the siege of over 70 zombies. Wei Yusher's beautiful face was covered in dirt, and she almost stood unsteadily at the moment when the zombies were killed. As the end of the day approached, knowing that she couldn't be scratched by zombies, she wore thick protective clothing, but still almost got scratched. If it weren't for Tang Dao's support, she might have fallen long ago. She originally wanted to come to Jialejuo supermarket to collect supplies, but was surrounded by zombies in the supermarket. These days, she watched as some people in the supermarket were mentally suppressed and committed suicide, while others even chose to eat human flesh. Some people choose to frame others and seek a way out. Someone also had an idea for her. 2 days ago, a few men said to her, "Be my woman, this bag of cookies belongs to you." That package of cookies was clearly trampled to ashes, but even so, she was still drooling. She ignored those few people. Her father is the world champion of Sonda, and after retiring, he opened a martial arts school called Xiai Hall in T-City. She inherited her father's profession and is not bad at martial arts and fighting. However, just before the end of the day, her father happened to be attending a speech overseas. Subsequently, the zombie virus broke out, and the end of the world came. Whether her father can survive in such a world is still unknown. To be honest, she had long lost hope, especially when surrounded by a wave of zombies. However, Wei Yusher saw Gu Jin, the gun in his hand, and a robot behind him that can only be seen in science fiction movies. In the arms of the robot, there is still a little girl in its arms. That shock gave her hope again. Don't you want to see Dad again? A man who can still carry a child in the apocalypse must not be a bad person, right? Moreover, he also possesses firearms and robots. This ability. Survival in the apocalypse is absolutely worry-free. After making up her mind, Wei Yusher looked at Gu Jin's departing figure and shouted. "Little brother. If you have any leftover food, can you share some with me?" She still didn't feel embarrassed to say directly that she wanted Gu Jin to take her in. Gu Jin just turned his head and looked at Wei Yushi. This Wei Yu poem has clear eyes and doesn't look like a bad person. But when the end comes, the most unbelievable thing is the human heart. Gu Jin took out a bottle of water and bread from his backpack. It's the end of the world now, and food and water are scarce resources. Although I have them, I'm not related to you, why should I give them to you? Wei Yushi nodded with difficulty and said, I understand. In the past decade or so, Wei Yushi has witnessed many aspects of human evil. Because of this, she felt even more that Gu Jin was honest and sincere. What do you want me to do, if I can? Wei Yushi spoke hesitantly. She knows that she has a high appearance and a good figure. Before the apocalypse, there were many men pursuing her appearance, but in the apocalypse, it was a disaster. Because she doesn't have enough ability to protect herself. The man in front of me is quite handsome. If I follow him, I won't be at a disadvantage. She is already an adult and knows the meaning behind the man's words. I want you to help me take care of Yu, who is my sister, Gu Jin said. Wei Yu's poetry is beautiful, but with a system, does he still need to force others to submit to himself? In the apocalypse, he was worried that he wouldn't be able to be with Yu at all times. It would be best if someone could take care of him. The premise is that this woman needs to be tested. Wei Yushi's beautiful face showed an incredulous expression, and she almost thought she had heard it wrong. Just asking me to take care of the child. This man. I didn't expect to actually meet a kind-hearted person when I was about to die. End of this chapter. Chapter 5. The Rhythm of Invincibility. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 5. The Rhythm of Invincibility. Wei Yushi subconsciously asked, what are you saying? It's just that I need to take care of your sister. Is it excellent? You see, your skills are not as good as the robot behind me, Gu Jin frowned. He has unlimited resources, but he is not the Holy Father and will not raise useless people in vain. Wei Yushi's face turned red, a little angry and a little annoyed. She is already invincible in close combat. In the past, even a healthy adult man may not have been able to beat her, but now she is despised by Gu Jin so much. The most frustrating thing is that in the apocalypse, her abilities were not enough. Gu Yu blinked his eyes and said, Sister, what do you want to do? Gu Yu's childish words made Wei Yushi's face suddenly turn red. Is it really that she is too evil? I promise. Wei Yushi eagerly agreed. Just as the tone of Wei Yu's poetry had just fallen, the system sound came on. Ding. The host successfully subdued an employee. Open the employee panel. Supermarket employees are not allowed to damage supermarket items. They must not have malicious thoughts towards the host. Supermarket employees can have some of the permissions provided by the host, and at the same time, the host can revoke permissions anytime and anywhere, or dismiss employees. Note: dismissing employees will clear employees' memories about the supermarket. Supermarket employees' experience in killing zombies will be synchronized with the host. Gu Jin raised his eyebrows and said that if there is a supermarket, there will naturally be employees. He never expected that even in the end, supermarkets could still recruit employees. Not to mention anything else, the experience gained from killing zombies in the supermarket can be synchronized with the host, which is a great thing. This also means that supermarket employees can help themselves fight monsters and upgrade earlier and faster. Gain experience points. Opening the employee panel, Wei Yushi's information is at a glance. Employee name. Wei Yushi loyalty. 50 position. Intern employee physical strength. For strength. 6 agility. 6 unexpectedly, this Wei Yushi's combat effectiveness is quite good, but his loyalty still needs to be improved, Gu Jin thought. He authorized Wei Yushi to extract the amount of bread, instant noodles, and water for 3 meals a day. This is Wei Yusher's salary. Gu Jin spoke up and said, "My name is Gu Jin. You can call me boss, or anything else you like. I provide you with bread, instant noodles, and water every day. If it's not enough, you can ask me for it, but I can't waste it. This is your internship salary, which will be calculated separately after you become a regular employee." Upon hearing these words, Wei Yusher's eyes suddenly lit up. In the apocalypse, it would be great to have 1 full meal a day, but surprisingly, 3 meals a day. Old boss, thank you. Wei Yusher choked up. Ding. Employee Wei Yusher's loyalty plus 20, currently loyalty is 70. The little boy stood on the side in a daze, while Gu Yuyu quietly handed him half a packet of bread. Shoo. It seems like you didn't have enough to eat just now. Let's continue eating a little. Gu Jin saw this scene in his eyes, being excellent and kind, willing to help others even in the end. This is her innocence, and he wants to do his best to protect it. But he will never have a holy father. After all, the secret of this supermarket is too big for him to trust outsiders. Even if it's just a little boy. The little boy was stunned and looked at the bread handed by Yuyu. In his heart, Yuyu was like a little angel. His family, for the sake of stuttering, are willing to exchange him for food. But some strangers, on the first side, genuinely plan for him. The little boy was deeply moved. His originally numb expression loosened and he said, "Thank you. And your brother, my name is Han Gaojia. I will definitely repay you when I grow up in the future." Gu Yuyu smiled sweetly and said, "My name is Gu Yuyu, just call me Yuyu." This scene is very warm. On the first floor, all zombies have been cleared. Gu Jin commanded junior combat robots to collect zombie corpses, and the entire area was filled with the foul odor of zombie corpses, which was very uncomfortable. The robot worked tirelessly, and after replenishing the AK-47 bullets in his hand, Gu Jin planned to go up to the second floor to continue cleaning up the zombies. "Boss, what are you planning to do next?" Wei Yusher quickly solved the bread and asked when she saw this scene. "Go to the second floor." Upon hearing these words, Wei Yusher's face turned pale. "Boss. Let me tell you, I've been in the supermarket for a few days and haven't seen anyone on the second floor come down. Moreover, there has been a lot of noise on the second floor. There was a loud scream on the second floor yesterday. And the sound of smashing doors. The second floor is definitely more dangerous than the first floor." Wei Yusher is now his employee, and Gu Jin believes that what Wei Yusher said is true, but he must clean up the supermarket. "Open the system panel." Gu Jin muttered silently. Unlimited material supermarket, Geoleguo supermarket, supermarket level. 2 out of 100 experience value. 176 of 500 unlimited types of supplies available, May 7th. Instant noodles, purified water, bread, AK-47, 7.62 mm bullets. Unconsciously, the experience points gained in the first layer have already elevated him by 1 level. The types of materials that can be provided infinitely have increased from 5 to 7. Sure enough. Upgrading can expand the unlimited number of types of supplies to be replenished. Now you can replenish 7 types. Gu Jin silently said, "Infinite replenishment of basic combat robots." In the next moment, it became unlimited types of supplies available, June 7th. Instant noodles, purified water, bread, AK-47, 7.62 mm bullets, primary combat robots. Surprisingly, it is really feasible. Even combat robots can be infinitely replenished in the system. Gu Jin was overjoyed. This is simply an invincible rhythm. Considering the collapsed shelves and human corpses scattered throughout the supermarket, Gu Jin plans to add 2 more combat robots. Ding. The system prompts that replenishing the selected type of material consumes too much energy. Every time a junior combat robot is used, it needs to be recharged with 20,000 points. What? You still need points. Gu Jin originally planned to summon 17 or 18 robots to kill on the second floor. He only has 9,997 points now, and doesn't even have the points to add another robot. The system suddenly sounds a prompt. Recycle monster corpses. You can earn points. Do you want to recycle them? Gu Jin was taken aback for a moment. He had planned to dispose of the zombie body easily, but unexpectedly, there was an unexpected gain. Yes. The robot moves very quickly, and after touching the zombie body, Gu Jin allows the system to automatically retrieve it. Ding. Recycle zombie corpses. Get points. 100, ding. Recycle zombie corpses. Get points. 100, ding. Recycle zombie corpses. Get points. 100. In the supermarket, there are not only the zombies he just killed, but also the zombies that have been accumulated in the supermarket for the past decade or so. He collected this string and earned a total of 30,800 points. That is to say, a total of 308 zombie corpses. End of this chapter. Chapter 6. Junior Combat Robots. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 6 Junior Combat Robots. Gu Jin's points suddenly increased from 9997 points to 40,797 points. Add 2 basic combat robots. The supermarket space is not small, but it is filled with miscellaneous items. At present, 3 robots surround Gu Jin, feeling very secure. The first floor now has only human corpses left on the ground, and the entire supermarket is on the first floor, very few. Because zombies will eat it directly. Moreover, human corpses cannot be systematically recycled. What can be seen on the first floor, besides the bodies of the couple whose heads were blown out by Gu Jin, is a male corpse near the door. The bodies of the couple were bitten to pieces. The man's body has also been bitten, leaving only the upper part of the neck, as well as one hand and thigh bone. Through Yuan, it appears that he has just died. Han Gaojie glanced coldly and said, "This is my uncle." That is to say, the group of people who framed Gu Jin. Obviously, they encountered many zombies while escaping from the supermarket, and this time, his uncle became an abandoned person. The target of revenge was reduced by one person, and Gu Jin had no waves. In his eyes, that group of people were all damn. Command the robot to collect the remaining human body limbs and arms, and convert the explosive gun in the robot's left hand into a high-temperature gun, burning all the remaining limbs. He thought that the deceased would rather be cremated than eaten by zombies not far away. Ding! The cleaning of the first floor of the supermarket has been completed, and it has been detected that there is damage inside the first floor. Based on the scars, it is determined that the repair will cost 500 points. Do you want to repair it? After completing the cleaning of the first floor of the supermarket, the system sound will start. 500 points. Gu Jin checked his remaining points and found that there were 797 points left, which was just enough. Fix. As soon as the words fell, the points increased from 797 points to 297 points, causing Gu Jin a headache. Surprisingly, the surrounding environment was instantly refreshed. After the end of the world, the order quickly became chaotic. On the 9th day of the apocalypse, the power supply to the community where Gu Jin used to live stopped. The water flowing from the faucet also carries many impurities. For this reason, many people who were originally hiding at home had to come out to escape, and the death rate suddenly increased on the 9th day. But he did not expect that after the system repair, the supermarket decoration was exactly the same as before the end of the day. It seems that the end has never come. However, the empty shelves are evidence of being robbed by apocalyptic humans. 3 summoned battle robots stood tall, their reinforced walls shining with metallic luster. It looks SCI.FI, but safe. Brother. Wow. How amazing. The sudden change made Gu Yuyu exclaim excitedly. Wei Yushi was also extremely excited. This miraculous approach not only prevented her from feeling palpitations, but also made her feel more at ease for her future safety. Ding! Employee Wei Yushi's loyalty plus 10, currently loyalty is 80. In front of Gu Jin, some data-driven data that was originally hidden in dirt began to show. Restore supermarket power supply. 10,000 points/month, supermarket needs to be cleaned up, restore supermarket water usage. 8,000 points/month, supermarket needs to be cleaned up, at present, there are still second and third floors that have not been cleared and cannot be restored. He shifted his gaze to the supermarket wall. Steel fortress walls, introduction. It has very powerful earthquake resistance and disaster avoidance functions. To some extent, it is comparable to a militarized fortress. Upgrade direction. Anti-radiation, 10,000 points, Gu Jin is very satisfied with the firmness of the wall, and the novice gift package is awesome. I don't need to mention radiation resistance for now. He moved to the position at the entrance. Supermarket entrance, introduction. The main entrance of Jialeguo supermarket for commercial use. It has no disaster prevention function. Upgrade direction. Sturdy, 500 points, shockproof, 1000 points, explosion.proof, 1000 points, looking up at the ceiling. First floor ceiling, introduction. The ordinary ceiling of Jialeguo supermarket can meet basic commercial needs. Upgrade direction. Sturdy, 500 points, shockproof, 1000 points, fireproof, 1000 points, explosion.proof, 1500 points, not enough points to spend. Gu Jin plans to reinforce the areas that can be reinforced on the first floor before going to the second floor. Unfortunately, it will require points, and his points are clearly not enough now. He needs to reinforce the ceiling and gate on the first floor. It's almost 12 o'clock, otherwise after everything ends today, the points should be settled today. Then consider going to the second floor. Gu Jin was very excited and prepared to eat something before taking a nap. A large supermarket has this advantage, as Gu Jinpai's robot clears a space in the home area on the first floor. You haven't slept well with him these days, but fortunately the supermarket has a product trial area. Gu Jin instructed the robot to lay new bedding on the 2 large beds in the supermarket. Fortunately, bedding and other daily necessities were not taken away. Gu Jin took Yuyu from the robot's arms and placed her on a bed that looked very soft and comfortable. Yuyu, haven't you slept well for a long time? You can rest well later, Gu Jin said gently. Gu Yuyu was very well behaved. The soft blanket made her squint her eyes happily. She patted the empty seat next to her and said, brother, you can accompany Yuyu. Gu Jin's heart was about to melt and he said, my brother has arranged it and will come and rest. Fortunately, there were combat robots. Otherwise, on the way to sleep, I was suddenly scratched by a zombie running down from the second floor. Who should this oolong talk to? Assign a combat robot to guard these 2 beds, and have the remaining 2 combat robots guard the supermarket entrance and the second floor door respectively. He said to Wei Yushi and Han Gaojia again, another bed, you rest first. Is it really okay, boss? Wei Yushi felt that all her good luck had been spent today. Who would have thought that in the apocalypse, she could still have 3 meals a day and rest in a fortress-like safe supermarket? Looking at Wei Yushi's weak body, even if he had eaten the few pieces of bread he had just handed over, he couldn't conceal his floating footsteps. Gu Jin smiled. Brushing teeth and washing face with the remaining toothpaste and facial cleanser from the supermarket, setting the alarm clock, Gu Jin lay down on the big bed, feeling exhausted, and fell asleep soundly. Ding-ling-ling. The alarm bell rang, midnight. Surrounded by robots, there is a mechanical light shining in their eyes, giving people an extra sense of security. The 3 of them were clearly exhausted and were still sleeping soundly. Gu Jin turned on the small desk lamp beside him and stretched lazily. System, did you settle yesterday's points? System. Yesterday's points have been settled. Does the host want to view them? Gu Jin. Check it out. End of this chapter. Chapter 7. Synthesis. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 7 Synthesis. A column of text quickly appeared on the screen. September 30th, 20XX. You are determined to protect Gu Yuyu and your confidence has increased. Integral plus 50. You have successfully killed a zombie, with less wins over more. Integral plus 10. You accidentally activated the unlimited supply system. Very excited. Integral plus 3000. You have added 5 types of unlimited supplies. Integral plus 200. You feel so full after eating bread and water. Integral plus 100. You have obtained a beginner combat robot. Integral plus 1000. You helped Han Gaojie kill the cannibal. Integral plus 1500. You successfully recruited an employee. Wei Yusher. Integral plus 3000. Final point settlement. Points plus 21500. Current remaining points. 21797 points. That's a whopping 21,500 points. Whenever something happens in a day, you can earn points. The ceiling on the first floor is closely related to the foundation on the second floor, so he is about to go to the second floor and naturally spends all his points to fill it up. There is also the supermarket entrance, where you can get all the points and fill them up. The points instantly decreased by 6,500, but Gu Jin shifted his gaze to the door and ceiling, which was very reassuring. Sturdy explosion. Proof steel door. Introduction. It has a very strong and sturdy militarized steel gate, which can effectively prevent shock and explosion. Upgrade direction. Disinfection, 5,000 points, anti-radiation, 10,000 points, purification of particles, 25,000 points, explosion-proof and shockproof ceiling. Introduction. Sturdy, shockproof, and also fire-resistant and explosion-proof. It can isolate the vibration of 2 layers. Upgrade direction. Full coverage purification of air particles, 25,000 points, it's already enough, there's no need for the remaining upgrade direction for now, Gu Jin thought, tidying up his clothes and preparing to go upstairs. He was holding a flashlight that he had collected from the supermarket shelves. The supermarket has not yet restored power and water supply, but fortunately, there are still leftovers on non-food shelves. The supermarket gate was already safe enough, so he withdrew the robot that was looking at the supermarket gate. Boss, are you going upstairs now? Wei Yusher rubbed her sleepy eyes. Gu Jin. Otherwise, let me go up with you. Wei Yusher stood up carefully and picked up the Tang sword. At your current state, there isn't much help going up there. Why don't you help me keep an eye on these 2 children here? Gu Jin refused. However, this exchange made him even more satisfied with the character of Wei Yusher. Gu Jin took out an AK-47 and 60 bullets and handed them to Wei Yusher, saying, if you rest well, you can practice your hand feel with a gun, but it's best not to load it in unfamiliar situations. Good boss. Wei Yusher looked serious. She had never been exposed to firearms before, and her advantage was in close combat. However, she was very clear about what firearms meant in the apocalypse. Safety. Gu Jin took out 2 bags of bread and chewed them as he walked towards the second floor. The gate on the second floor surprisingly has a separate roller shutter sliding door, which is tightly sealed from the inside. Unexpectedly locked the door leading to the first floor, you know this is the only way to escape. However, there are obvious palm marks on the sliding door of this roller shutter, indicating the traces of people struggling inside. There are 2 robots following Gu Jin, one of which, under Gu Jin's command, carefully shoots the explosive gun along the rolling shutter door to a size that can be accessed by 1 person. Just as he made a cut, Gu Jin heard a buzzing sound inside. The smell of carrion and dead meat was previously blocked by the rolling shutter door, but now it has just come out and made Gu Jin dizzy. What's this smell? Gu Jin frowned. After getting through, he saw cockroaches buzzing in the air, each one as big as his forearm. Surprisingly, even animals and insects are starting to mutate. Cockroach zombies. Not good. Robot, quickly block the rolling shutter door. Fortunately, the rolling shutter door that opened was very small, and Gu Jin sent a robot to completely block the previous opening. Looking around, the entire second floor has almost become a world of cockroaches and zombies. Not far from the entrance of the second floor is the cold and snowy area. The carrion floating from the long-powered freezer not only gave birth to cockroach zombies, but also large maggot zombies and fly zombies. Fortunately, the combat robot is also equipped with small missiles, which emit explosive bombs to burn the hatching maggot zombies in the refrigerator clean. The prompt sound of experience value +1 and experience value +1 keeps going. Moreover, the bodies of maggot zombies burned down by explosive bombs were automatically calculated and recycled by the system. Ding! Recycle maggot zombie corpses. Get points. 50, ding. Recycle maggot zombie corpses. Get points. 50, ding. Recycle maggot zombie corpses. Get points. 50, ding. Recycle maggot zombie corpses. Get points. 50. Although a maggot zombie may not have as many points to recover as a regular zombie, it cannot withstand a large amount. The explosive bomb of the robot gave Gu Jin as many as 4,000 points. Maggots and zombies are relatively easy to solve. But fly zombies and cockroach zombies not only fly extremely fast, but also flood the entire second floor. Combined with the zombies passing through it, the second floor can be considered a hell on Earth. After learning that as long as the zombie body is cleared, the system will automatically calculate the recycling, Gu Jin instructed the combat robot to use more explosive bombs. Fortunately, the first floor ceiling has been reinforced with explosion-proof and shockproof measures. Otherwise, Gu Jin wouldn't dare to play like this. System. How did the 4 survivors on the second floor survive in this kind of environment? The system immediately replied, ding. Currently, there are no survivors on the second floor. Just a few hours late, there are no living people on the second floor. Gu Jin kept filling bullets while shooting at cockroach zombies and fly zombies, and the explosive bomb in the robot's hand was thrown towards the maggot zombies on the ground. If caught by zombies, one will be infected. And these cockroach zombies and fly zombies are everywhere, so Gu Jin has to be very careful not to be infected. The primary battle robot is indeed very awesome, but facing these insect zombies, it is like an elephant entangled by ants. Gu Jin had a sudden inspiration and remembered the synthesis function that he had only tried once. I need more agile and flexible auxiliary combat weapons, preferably those that can fight automatically. Like beginner combat robots. At the entrance of the second floor, there are the most signs of human struggle, and black bloodstains are everywhere. Gu Jin saw a remote-controlled toy plane landing on the ground, probably thrown down during the chaos of the apocalypse outbreak. What a coincidence. I don't know if this thing can be used. Gu Jin plans to give it a try. The remote-controlled toy airplane and AK-47 cannot be combined. Please choose another item to combine. The remote-controlled toy airplane and AK-47 cannot be combined with 7.62mm bullets. Please choose another item to combine. The remote-controlled toy airplane and 7.62mm bullet cannot be combined. Please choose another item to combine. The remote-controlled toy airplane and flashlight cannot be combined. Please choose another item to combine. End of this chapter. Chapter 8. Kill. 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 You are listening at Novel Full. Audio. Chapter 8 Kill. 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 Gu Jin tried everything he could see at hand, but still couldn't synthesize it. The number of zombies attracted by the movement is increasing, whether they are insect zombies or ordinary zombies. Except for the robot guarding the second-floor rolling shutter door, Gu Jin and another junior combat robot slowly advanced inside. At this moment, he felt like he was stepping on a hard object, a mobile phone. Yeah. Mobile phone. In the apocalypse, the signal had long disappeared and the phone became useless scrap. But smartphones say they can't synthesize what they want. Is it possible to synthesize remote-controlled toy planes, AK-47, 7.62mm bullets, and smartphones? Consumption points. 3,000 points. Can synthesize now. Gu Jin was overjoyed. Synthesis. Even if he spent 3,000 points, Gu Jin didn't feel any pain at all. He was so eager to synthesize something. Between the lightning and flint, Gu Jin replenished the AK-47 and bullets in his hand, and the synthesized material disappeared instantly, replaced by something similar to a mechanical bird. Small intelligent flying robots. In the text introduction of the system, Gu Jin knew what an amazing thing he had synthesized. The left and right wings of small flying robots can shoot explosive shells quickly and accurately. The camera of a smartphone has been synthesized into the eyes of a flying robot, capable of accurately capturing enemies. Moreover, the size of flying robots is not large, and they happen to be the natural enemies of insect zombies. Gu Jin remembers that there is still one type of resource that he can infinitely supplement. System. Infinite replenishment of small intelligent flying robots. Gu Jin's system panel is temporarily full of 7 types of unlimited supplies that can be replenished. Unlimited types of supplies available, July 7th. Instant noodles, purified water, bread, AK-47, 7.62mm bullets, primary combat robots, small intelligent flying robots, ding. The system prompts that the supplementary energy consumption of the small intelligent flying robot is too high. Every time a small intelligent flying robot is used, it needs to be recharged with 5,000 points. Fucking father. I only used 3,000 points for synthesis, and now it costs 5,000 points to copy. Gu Jin roast. Roast belongs to roast. Gu Jin looks at his own points. With the bodies of insect zombies and the original points, Gu Jin has nearly 40,000 points. Add 7 more. Gu Jin said decisively. Adding the original synthesized one, there are 8 additional flying robots around Gu Jin. With the help of 8 flying robots, Gu Jin, who was originally struggling to move forward, suddenly reversed the situation. Bang bang bang. Small explosive shells are fired continuously, and the flying robots are very flexible, so there is no need to worry. Insect zombies disappeared one by one under the attack of flying robot bombs. Gu Jin only needs to send battle robots to hunt down the zombies of the fish that missed the net and recover the bodies. With the growth of experience points and points scrolling through the screen, Gu Jin stood in a relatively safe position, holding the AK-47 with a mixer in both hands, locking in the zombie. 3 points and 1 line, aim. Zombies have no pain sensation and hitting their shoulders and legs does not have much effect. At most, it can reduce the zombie's movement speed. In Gu Jin's view, these swarms of insect zombies can be used as objects for him to practice marksmanship. Zombies are moving slowly now, but what about in the future? If even flying insects and zombies can be shot, then there will be even more layers of security in the future. With a bang. Gu Jin shot half of the body of the cockroach zombie. Not accurate enough. Gu Jin was not discouraged, but even more excited. He now feels like he's playing chicken eating, except that the target is more agile and smaller insect zombies. Kill. 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 Surrounded by Gu Jin, the number of zombies gradually decreased. Egg-sized fly eggs and cockroach sheaths gradually emerge. There are also hatching fly zombies. It's so disgusting. The explosive bomb dropped by the robot burned everything clean. As Gu Jin's speed became faster and more proficient, more and more insect zombies died in his hands. Third floor. The original warehouse area has been transformed into a small shelter base. Compared to the human purgatory on the second floor, there is actually no zombie on the third floor. 10 people gathered here, obviously, this is their apocalyptic base. Surrounded by collected food, bottled water, and some cold weapons such as knives and swords. Even, there is a diesel generator. A small light bulb illuminated 10 people. Boss. It's late at night, why is there so much noise downstairs? The thin and weak yellow-haired man asked. The bald man has a deep scar in his left eye, and he is what they call the boss. It's not easy to provoke him at first glance. What's wrong with this? The person who was thrown down once struggled desperately. Is it useful? That's right, the 4 people before the second floor were thrown down by them. It's really ridiculous. For employees who used to work at Giorgio's supermarket are all at the end of the day. When they saw strangers, they even voluntarily revealed the remaining savings in the warehouse to them. Then don't blame them for occupying the magpie's nest. Despite that, the bald man still instructed his subordinates, let's see if those 4 people are dead or not. They tie ropes to the window and can go downstairs without going through a terrible insect infestation. The yellow-haired man looked at his glasses and said with his dog legs, okay. Boss. Flipping down from the window, the yellow-haired man saw sparks and the sound of gunfire charging from the second floor, which was originally covered by insect infestations. Boss. This is not right. Huang Fa Nan quickly climbed up the rope. Those few people were not driven down by us, but I not only saw bursts of flames, but also heard gunshots. What? A few people tiptoed towards the third-floor gate, holding flashlights. The bald man hesitated for a moment, then thought of the swarm of zombies and pointed to a little brother. You. Lead the way ahead first. My little brother's face stiffened. Isn't this asking him to die? The bald man saw that his subordinates were still struggling, so he aimed his raised shotgun at him. The young man could only slowly open the door. Surprisingly. Second floor. It's completely clean. Neat. Just like, before the end of the day, supermarkets that operate normally. It's just that it's not powered on. What's even more surprising is that on the second floor, there are 2 robots over 2 meters tall that only appeared in movies. 8 surrounding flying robots were aligned with the bald man crowd. The robot's eyes sparkled with red light, and it was also very eye-catching in the late night. Gu Jin finally solved all the zombies and insect zombies on the second floor, and almost as soon as the system notified him that they could be repaired, he chose to repair them. The repair also only cost 500 points, just 10 insect zombie corpses. End of this chapter. Chapter 9. Flying Robots. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 9 Flying Robots. The detection effect of flying robots is not limited. When someone climbs the window outside to observe him, they provide feedback to him. While spending points to reinforce the second floor, Gu Jin was also prepared to respond. Sleeping slot. What is this? Robot. This is too cool. Be careful. Why are these flying robots' wings always aligned with our heads? The bald men in their group, after the end of the day, have always believed in killing, grabbing weapons, and grabbing food. Seeing such high-tech combat weapons, bald eyes suddenly lit up. Isn't this much more useful than cold weapons like knives and swords? The flashlight shone on the robot, revealing the greed of the few people. Those insects and zombies are gone. Did these robots turn them over? Can all these good things be shared by us? We are simply chosen by heaven. Until their flashlights shone on Gujin. Why is there still someone? The yellow-haired man was shocked. Hey! Who are you? The bald man had a fierce expression, and in his heart, these high-tech weapons already belonged to him. As a result, there was actually a person on the second floor. Are these robots all his? The bald man quietly picked up his hunting gun behind his back. There's nothing he's interested in that he can't snatch yet. Whether it's the original supermarket employee survival base on the third floor, or these enviable robots. Me. The new owner of this supermarket, Gu Jin replied. The bald man had no intention of listening to Gu Jin's reply. In his opinion, as long as he killed him while Gu Jin was not paying attention, wouldn't these things belong to him? Bang! The bald man raised his hunting rifle and shot towards Gu Jin. Too slow. Gu Jin dodged sideways. During the process of practicing shooting insect zombies, Gu Jin's marksmanship took it to the next level. And, with just a lot of experience, he has already been pushed up to level 3. The system directly rewards him with an upgrade gift. Gene Improvement Liquid, small. After drinking it, he could feel that his overall function had increased by at least 5 times, as can be seen from his attribute panel. Host. Gu Jin age. 19 years old. Physical strength. 35 strength. 30 agility. 25. According to an average of only 5 attribute points for an ordinary person, he is already equivalent to a superhero. A person can handle 7 or 8 ordinary people. This kind of bullet, in his eyes now, is very slow. Gu Jin's eyes stiffened as he loaded the AK-47 and shot the bald man in the head. The bald man fell to the ground, and the little brothers around him were sprayed with blood all over their faces. Seeing that Lao Dadu had died tragically, several people quickly raised their hands in panic and knelt on the ground begging for mercy. Don't kill me. We just wanted to find something to eat, we didn't mean to kill you. Yeah, big brother, please be kind and let us go. A few people quickly played sympathy cards, hoping to save their lives by being as humble as possible. Looking for food. You can't come down from the 3rd floor without knowing about the situation on the 2nd floor, can you? Upon hearing these words, the yellow-haired man knelt on the ground and kowtowed. I know. I know. This was a misunderstanding. Please let us go. Gu Jin sneered at the words. What is there to eat on the 2nd floor? All the food is carrion. He is not a fool, thinking that people in the end world are all good people. When observed by people outside the window, he became alert and hid himself behind the robot. So, while these few people didn't notice him, he had already seen the greed and ferocity of those people. Obviously, it's a habit of killing in the apocalypse, and isn't the sound of a bald man's gun enough to explain the problem? These people are just colluding with each other. For this kind of person, Gu Jin will never be soft-hearted. If his body hadn't been strengthened, perhaps he wouldn't have had time to dodge the shot from the bald man. To be kind to them is to be cruel to oneself. Let you guys go. Okay. I'll let you go to heaven. 8 flying robots launched explosive shells in an instant, ending the lives of 8 people. Only Yellow Hair was left kneeling on the ground, and his pants were so scared that he wet. Goodbye. Without any hesitation, Gu Jin fired the AK-47, ending the opponent's life. Late at night, silence returned. The bloodstains and corpses on the ground indicate what had just happened. Gu Jin calmly dispatched robots to throw explosive bombs and devour the bodies of 10 people. I have to spend another 500 points to repair the 2nd floor, really. Gu Jin opened the panel. Unlimited Material Supermarket, Gialeggio Supermarket, Supermarket Level. 3/100 Experience Value. 554/2000 Unlimited Types of Supplies Available, July 10th. Instant Noodles, Purified Water, bread, AK.47, 7.62mm bullets, primary combat robots, small intelligent flying robots points. 85,737 host. Gu Jin age. 19 years old physical strength. 35 strength. 30 agility. 25 IQ. 9. Non-combat attributes cannot add points, charm. 7. Non-combat attributes cannot be added, note. The attribute values for ordinary people are 5, the points have reached a terrifying 80,000 points. And he is only 1,500 experience points away from the next level. It's not difficult to imagine what kind of fierce battle you went through on the second floor. The unlimited variety of supplies available has been increased from 7 to 10 directly. Eating bread all the time is also quite unhealthy. We need to supplement with some VC, an apple, a bottle of milk, and rice. UU is still in the growth and development stage. Can provide unlimited types of supplies, October 10th. Instant noodles, purified water, bread, AK.47, 7.62mm bullets, basic combat robots, small intelligent flying robots, apples, milk, rice for this replenishment of supplies. Gu Jin chose only food. After all, if he eats bread every day, he will get tired sooner or later. With a bite of Kaz, Gu Jin bit into an apple and walked up the third floor. The rolling shutter door on the third floor has been pulled up, and there is actually power inside. Some supplies are piled up, including compressed biscuits, canned meat, and some small cold weapons. There are also many necklaces and rings stained with blood, and many more. It can be imagined how many people have fallen into their hands. These people are still robbing gold and silver in the apocalypse. Their brains are really useless. There were no zombies on the third floor, and this group of people lived very well. Gu Jin was able to eliminate harm for the people. System, has the supermarket been cleaned up now? Gu Jin asked. Answer the host, yes. The system replied. Upon receiving the system's response, Gu Jinchang breathed a sigh of relief. In front of it, the reminder to restore supermarket water and power supply reappears. Restore supermarket power supply. 10,000 points/month. Restore supermarket water usage. 8,000 points/month, end of this chapter. Chapter 10. Explosive Tiger King Tank. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 10. Explosive Tiger King Tank. 18,000 points per month is not a lot. He can only take a good shower after being electrified and watered. It's been 20 days since the end of the world, and he feels like he's stinking to death. Of course, whether it's smelly or fragrant, Yu is the most perfect fairy in his heart. By integrating, water and electricity have finally been connected. Earn more points and spend more. Although he has over 80,000 points at the moment, he has already spent almost 20,000. Moreover, Gu Jin also decided to use the remaining points to upgrade the supermarket facilities. The structure of the first floor has been upgraded, while the structures of the second and third floors have been strengthened, resulting in a reduction of 12,000 points. However, what it brings is a supermarket fortress full of security. The first floor has no windows, and the original windows on the second and third floors have been upgraded to high-energy glass that can automatically prevent peeping and riot. High-energy glass windows, introduction. It has very powerful earthquake and disaster prevention functions. It can transmit light normally and see the outside scenery, but cannot observe the internal environment from the outside. It is a first-class black technology window with excellent safety effect. Upgrade direction. Anti-radiation, 10,000 points, disinfection, 6,500 points. The second floor ceiling has also been upgraded to an explosion-proof and shockproof ceiling, and the rolling shutter doors on the second and third floors have also been strengthened. The entire exterior of the supermarket is incredibly sturdy. Ding! Congratulations on upgrading the supermarket infrastructure. Unlock the underground part of the supermarket. Now, the host can upgrade and unlock the supermarket area division. Ding! You have received a supermarket gift package. When Gujin finished upgrading the infrastructure of the supermarket, the system immediately sounded a prompt. A large gift package with a golden glow immediately jumped out. Gujin's face lit up with joy and he immediately opened the gift package in front of him. Ding! Congratulations on earning 100,000 points. Ding! Congratulations on obtaining the Tiger King heavy tank. Ding! Congratulations on obtaining the disinfection and sterilization room. Ding! Congratulations on obtaining the professional medical room. Ding! Congratulations on obtaining one divine beast egg. Remaining incubation time: 5 minutes. The supermarket gift package offers a total of 5 items. Except for 100,000 points, everything is fresh and good. Tiger King heavy tank. Disinfection and sterilization room. Professional medical room. Divine beast egg. Disinfection and sterilization rooms, as well as professional medical rooms, happen to be scarce functions in supermarkets. Although supermarkets have some basic health medicines, a professional medical room is like adding icing on the cake. Not to mention the Tiger King heavy tank. Now, when exploring from the supermarket and driving the Tiger King heavy tank, even if encountering zombies, you can still run over it all the way. Gujin looked at the divine beast egg that had opened, and its remaining hatching time unknowingly entered the countdown. 3, 2, 1. Gujin silently recited in his heart, as the countdown ended and a fluffy white creature broke through its shell. Meow, the sound of milk in the milk is clearly a little cat with tiger spots. Gujin immediately checked the properties of this kitten. Divine Beast White Tiger level 1, requires 100,000 points to upgrade, race. Divine Beast Physical Strength. 10 Strength. 10 Agility. 10 Skills. Divine Beast Roar, Divine Beast Tread Passive Skill. Divine Beast Not Invading, 100% immune to debuffs such as Poison and Chaos, Divine Beast Roar. It has a provocative and intimidating effect on enemies, and has a chance to reduce their attack power. Divine Beast Treading. When entering battle, you can use trampling to quickly break through and inflict heavy damage on enemies. After reading the attributes of the Divine Beast White Tiger, Gujin's mouth twitched slightly. This is clearly a white tiger spotted kitten. But its stamina, strength, and agility are all so high. It's equivalent to 2 adults. This is just a level 1 state. The attributes and skills of the white tiger are indeed good, but Gujin really can't see its killing power from its cute appearance. Especially the roar and trampling of divine beasts. The scene in Gujin's mind is that when it encounters a large number of zombies, it meows and then arrogantly rushes towards them. Stepping on the milk. Cute zombies. But on second thought, Gujin smiled again. Because he remembered you. You always like cute things. You must be very happy to see Baihu tomorrow morning. Moreover, the high attributes of the white tiger provide a layer of protection for superior safety. You can take a cat sleep here for a while, and I'll show you your little master tomorrow. Gujin rubbed a white tiger, not feeling too good. Meow, in response, it was the cute meowing of the white tiger. Gujin turned his gaze to several other things. The disinfection and sterilization room was arranged by him at the entrance of the first floor gate. It can kill 99.9% of disinfection and sterilization rooms, and even disinfection and sterilization mild zombie viruses. This minor refers to ordinary scratches. If the zombie virus goes deep into the bone marrow for too long, then the human nature has become a zombie and cannot be disinfection and sterilization. However, this has already provided another layer of protection for Gujin in the apocalypse. The medical room is even more magical. In the medical room, in addition to the conventional equipment that can be seen in the hospital, the central position is directly equipped with a treatment cabin, able to undergo physical treatment and consume points based on the severity of the injury. This black technology treatment pod emits a faint light throughout the entire medical room. Gu Jin considered for a moment and placed the medical room in the basement that had just been unlocked. It's simply too beautiful. After this harvest, Gu Jin's heart was filled with bubbles of beauty. In the empty basement, except for the aisle in the middle, other areas emerged with text following Gu Jin's gaze. Living room, washroom, bathroom, underground garage, emergency passage, leisure room, garbage incineration room. There are still some unlocked areas, with question marks appearing. Unlocking each region results in varying points costs. The basic functions of the living room, bathroom, and bathroom only require 1,000 points to unlock, while the underground garage requires 3,000 points. The most expensive waste incineration room requires 10,000 points. But the function of the garbage disposal room is very powerful, as daily life generates waste, and the garbage disposal room can refund points by processing garbage. Gu Jin didn't even think about it, he unlocked all the areas that can be unlocked now. Firstly, Gu Jin attempted to throw a piece of bread in. Ding! After testing, it has been found that the bread is formed by infinite replication of the system and cannot earn points. However, it can be treated as garbage. Do you want to dispose of it? Okay, as expected, the system cannot give him a chance to exploit loopholes. Gu Jin gave up the idea of using a garbage incineration treatment room to earn points. However, even so, this processing room is already very powerful. If there were no such processing room, so much garbage would accumulate in the supermarket, sooner or later it would be a problem. End of this chapter.